It's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you are, or perhaps more importantly, who you think you're not. When we were young, we were all beautifully optimistic in the sense that we believed that we could do anything and be whoever it is we wanted to be. But as we got older, we started to form this idea about who we were and the way we thought our lives should go. We drew this metaphoric line in the sand to differentiate ourselves from who we weren't, what we couldn't do, who we couldn't become. To this day, we continue to box ourselves in with these limiting beliefs that breed self-doubt and ultimately prevent us from chasing our dreams. We start to make up these stories about ourselves and live as if these stories were already true. And so they become true. It's essentially the idea of the self-fulfilling prophecy. So for example, I used to think that I wasn't a very creative person because my lowest marks in school were always in my art and music classes. So as soon as I made up my mind about that, I then shied away from any and all opportunities to express myself creatively. I never signed up for the school play or art electives or anything of the sort. I ultimately lived into that narrative. I ended up discovering my own creativity in cooking and in writing. But in order for me to discover this new side to myself, I had to suspend disbelief. I also told myself I wasn't a very tech-savvy person when it came to setting up a new TV or troubleshooting internet connectivity issues. I always deferred to someone else. But in starting my own health coaching business, I've built a website from scratch, integrated it with my calendar and email, and set up merchant services. Now I know this isn't rocket science, but my point is this. I was always capable of learning the tech. I always had that capability inside of me. I simply needed to lean into it. In the context of our health, we may think, well, I'm not very flexible, so I wouldn't be very good at yoga, and so we don't even try. Here's the thing, pretty much everyone who takes up yoga starts out fumbling through the poses, losing their balance, and looking a hot mess, myself included. With time, you learn the poses, you improve your flexibility, strength, and balance, and then one day you notice one of your classmates looking at you for the next cue, and that feels pretty good. But you never would have discovered that yogi side of you if you hadn't taken a chance on yourself and signed up for that very first class. So how do we overcome these limiting beliefs? Negate the lie you tell yourself with one simple truth. You may be thinking to yourself, nowadays I'm not a very good runner, therefore I don't think I could ever complete a half marathon. What's one simple truth that could negate that lie? For example, before you had kids, did you run often? Have you ever participated in a road race before? You can even take it a step further and acknowledge that you have 8 months to train before your deadline, or recognize the fact that people your age run half marathons all the time. These empowering truths will help you to focus on the possibility, to let go of I can't, and replace it with, heck yes, that's all me. I absolutely can. You are who you decide to be today. And if you don't like where you are now, there's good news. Each and every single day when you wake up in the morning, you have the opportunity to recreate yourself, to create the life that you've always imagined. So let me ask you this. What self-limiting stories are you telling yourself? Things that you think you'll never be good at or never able to accomplish. If a belief isn't serving you, get rid of it. You don't need that negativity in your life. Negate that lie with one simple truth and let it go. Remember who you are and all that you're capable of. Take a leap of faith, jump over that line you drew for yourself in the sand, out of the box that you've created for yourself. Just try. Remember, greatness is already within you. All you have to do is get out of your own way in order to uncover that greatness.